The never-ending delays in the Senzo Meyiwa trial. Will we ever see justice? Celebrating our fastest South Africans smashing records at this year's Comrades. Ukraine's battle success against Russia. The pushback has begun.
I think that some of the bodies were found here in this piece in the week.
The forgotten dark places of South Africa. EWN's exclusive report into this body dumping ground. I'm Jane Dutton. Let's get the rest of the news.
This is Eyewitness News.
Will we ever find out what really happened and who pulled the trigger on the night Senzo Meyiwa was killed? The trial has been delayed by another month. This time, it's due to the illness of the presiding judge. The trial was set to resume this morning after an adjournment last month. The soccer star was killed over 8 years ago in a botched robbery at the home of his girlfriend, singer Kelly Khumalo, in October 2014. 5 men are standing trial for the murder.
The reason why I'm appearing today is because my colleague, Judge Mormela, is not available due to ill health and may not be available for a long time, subject to what his medical doctors may say.
The trial has been postponed to the 17th of next month. So is your retirement money safe? Will you be able to access it? And how does the two-pot system, which comes into effect next year, work? Well, listen up. For those planning for retirement or wanting to access their money from their provident or pension funds, the savings component will comprise 1/3 of the individual's retirement assets and will be available for withdrawal before retirement. The retirement component will see 2/3 of the total individual retirement fund contributions allocated here, which will only be accessible at retirement and will then be paid in the form of an annuity. This is to guarantee money for retirement. For more, go to the Treasury's website. Celebrating the speed and resilience of two South Africans, with Tete Dijana and Gerda Steyn winning their second gold titles and setting 2 new records. The 96th Comrades Marathon took place in KwaZulu-Natal yesterday, stretching from Pietermaritzburg to Durban. More than 18,000 people took part in the 87-kilometer race. In the men's race, Tete Dijana won with a record-breaking time of 5 hours, 13 minutes and 58 seconds. In the women's race, Gerda Steyn broke a 34-year-old record of 5 hours, 54 minutes and 43 seconds. She took first place for the second year, just 2 months after she won the Two Oceans Marathon. 3 more police officers have been shot in Cape Town. This is the second incident of police shootings in just under 24 hours. 2 off-duty officers were targeted and killed in separate incidents in Khayelitsha yesterday. This morning, 3 officers were shot and wounded at a mall in Nyanga. Police believe the suspects were fleeing from an armed robbery.
I think that some of the bodies were found here in this piece in the week.
For other victims of violent crime in the Western Cape, this is Macassa's dumping spot, protected from the road and no police presence for miles, where victims of criminals end up dumped under the cloak of darkness. 4 bodies discarded in 2 weeks. The areas of Fore, Firgrove, Sandvlei, Kramat, Macassa, among others, in the Western Cape have seen a dramatic increase in crime. The only light here coming from the tortures of community members policing their own neighbourhoods.
One of the bodies that were found was close by about 200 meters from my house. So it is a huge concern for us. When it's dark in this area, it is because we are close to the bush in the river. Anything can happen, and the police are never available. You can call them, like last night there was a fire. I've tried to call them, I couldn't get through. There's a lot of break-ins in my street in the last few days of load shedding. When load shedding was like for 6 hours, they carried these people across my house, everything out of the house, empty. They emptied it out. And nobody can see who it was, so there's nobody to blame. And if you call the police, they will come in 4 days.
You can watch the full story on our YouTube page. It's a story we'll keep telling until something for those living there is done. Incredible scenes after being liberated from Russia. Ukraine says its troops have made territorial advances on 2 villages in its southeast, the first villages to be liberated in its counter-offensive. Kyiv's forces have posted unverified videos showing soldiers hoisting the Ukrainian flag at the villages in the Donetsk region. Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Friday that the Ukrainian military push was underway, but that it had failed to breach Russian defensive lines and taken heavy casualties.
It is important that Russia always feels that they don't have much time left for them, in my opinion. Counter-offensive and defensive actions are taking place in Ukraine, at which stage I will not say in detail.
This story also happened today. And we'll have more news tomorrow as the cold front hits. See you then. Remember to like and subscribe.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.